I'm a 2013 graduate of John Leslie Patton Senior Academic Center. Will you please join and stand in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance to the American flag and to the Texas flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag and to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. You may be seated. Please allow me to introduce my fellow graduate, Daniel Castillo, for the opening.
We have made it to another chapter in our lives. I think we would agree we didn't get here alone. We give credit to family, friends, mentors, teachers, and everyone who supported us along the way. Tonight, we celebrate this great accomplishment. Allow me to introduce our John Leslie Patton Jr. Academic Center Principal, Mr. Dwayne Simmons.
Good evening. Parents, teachers, family, and friends, welcome to the commencement ceremony honoring the graduates of the 2012-2013 class of the John Leslie Patton Jr. Academic Center. Tonight is indeed a special night, a night that marks a monumental place in time. Years of struggle, fighting, persevering, and persisting has led to this very moment, a moment of triumph and truth. These graduates on the stage, they stand on the shoulders of those who cared about them enough to push, pull, wrestle, tug, or do whatever was necessary to ensure that tonight would be their monumental place in time. Graduates, please join me in saluting those special people in your life, your parents, family members, friends, and teachers by a round of applause. The great Orrin Hatch wrote that graduation is not the end, rather it is the beginning. By reaching this great milestone, you have unlocked the door to a better tomorrow. High school days are now over, but your future awaits you, and what will be defined by you and you only. We are and forever will be Patton Lions, bold, courageous, and fearless. But tonight, I challenge the graduates to become eagles. With this monumental place in time, this new beginning, know that you can soar to heights that you've never imagined. Like eagles, use your razor-sharp focus to see your goals and snatch them into possession with your talons. As this chapter closes and you burst into new beginnings, know that the sky is the limit. I join with everyone here tonight to say, job well done. It is my pleasure to introduce to you a special graduate of the Patton Academic Center, Valencia Lomax.
Good evening, honored guests, family, friends, and graduates. We are here today to congratulate the hardworking students who sit before us. As the graduating class of 2013, we need to express our gratitude for the wonderful opportunities we have been exposed to at Patton Academic Center. Our thanks must go to all the staff and administration team of John Leslie Patton Academic Center. We are privileged to have attended this school as we make a relatively smooth transition into life beyond high school. I am assured that the education we receive will send us in the right direction. Today, we stand on the brink of a new chapter in our lives. Take a moment to reflect on everything we have achieved in the past few years we've spent here. Take this time to look back and see, to appreciate just how far we all have come. Today, we should take the time to acknowledge our accomplishments, take the time to acknowledge where we are, and accept the past so that it's prepared for the future. We need to dare to dream to be all that we can be. Dale Carnegie once said, "The person who goes further is generally the one who is willing to do and dare." This is a challenge that lies before us. We have all had our reasons to stop attending school, made excuses one after another. My excuses led me nowhere. I took the first step in getting my life back on the right path. I decided to get my high school diploma. We decided to fix our mistakes and help ourselves become better. Pat yourself on the back for making it this far, but don't think the journey is over. It's just beginning. We have now jumped over the biggest roadblock of our lives. Because of our strong will and the dedication of the team who sits before us, we're able to write the next chapter in our life. I know my experience is limited, but every problem I've overcome has been because someone has been there to help me. My support net range and still ranges from my fiance, to my parents, to my friends, to my teachers, and my counselor. What next? I will be going to college, and so will many of my classmates. More of us will go to the various branches of the armed forces to keep our country safe both home and abroad. Others will get right to work or even take a year or more off to decide what they want to do. Leaving high school is such a huge transition, but the goals we have set for our future will help us through it. We have a whole world ahead of us. It's time to take a stand and conquer our new journey. I know how I'll deal with these life events by using the skills and information I've picked up here at Patton. It all comes down to help, and I've got plenty of people to thank for that. My family, friends, and most of all, my teachers and counselors, who have stood behind me and supported me. Ms. Guthrie has talked me out of quitting on many occasions. My English teacher, Ms. Osbrooks and Ms. Cordes, who taught me this life skills and for the journey ahead of me. Giving appreciation to Ms. Johnson for not only giving me computer skills, but helping me solve real-life problems. My fantastic math teachers for helping me understand the crunching of numbers. Mr. Minor, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Georges, and Ms. Felton. Also, I would like to give thanks to my science teachers, Ms. Williams and Mr. G, for helping me understand the crazy world of science. I would like to give appreciation to my PE teacher, Coach Hill, for teaching me about making healthy choices. My gratitude is given to my history teachers, Coach Dukes, Mr. D, and Mr. Wooten. Last but certainly not least, I would like to show how grateful I am to have such wonderful and caring counselors. Thanks, Ms. Brown, Ms. Koto, and Dr. Elliott. I would also like to say thanks to the rest of the staff. For most of you, I was not given the privilege of having your class. I guess the most important thing I have learned in high school is to lean on others when needed. There's another side of the ideal as well, and it's the one piece of advice I'd like to give you as we get ready to cross the stage to accept our high school diploma. Make sure you're around when other people need you. When other people need someone to lean on, they'll thank you for it. Now I would like to introduce my fellow graduate, Iris Mendez.
Good evening, Patton graduates. I am so honored and excited to be here today as one of Patton's 2013 graduates. First of all, I want to congratulate you all for being here today. It took a lot of hard work and determination for y'all to be here tonight. I know in my case, as in many of yours, finishing high school was a great challenge. I put school on pause for a while. I had responsibilities at a very young age, and the hardest of all was being a mother at 18. Being a mother made me realize I wanted to offer my babies the best. So I tried looking for jobs, but all of them required at least a high school diploma. I was so sad to see how close I had come to graduating, but almost was not good enough. I saw how crucial education is in life and how you get turned down when you lack a diploma. I knew in my heart I was capable of finishing, and even though I had challenges along the way, I knew I could do it. So I prayed to God to please help me find a place that could help me fulfill my goal. I felt like He answered my prayers the day I found out about Patton. Attending Patton has been one of the greatest blessings in my life. I knew I was so lucky to be able to finish at a school that was designed for students like me who have been through really rough times. I didn't expect to receive so much support at Patton. I wasn't sure if they would understand me, On the contrary, I felt like finally a high school that cares and wants to know what the students are going through, not just in school matters, but as well as their everyday struggles in life. At Patton, I was offered counseling, advice, encouragement, and I just couldn't believe it. This was a school where I wasn't just another student. I had a great counselor who was always available and ready to help me in any way she possibly could. I was so thankful to be a student at Patton, where I knew for sure I would finally have the opportunity to graduate. As many of you may recall, I was also able to work as an intern at Patton. I was very thankful for being given such a great opportunity. Eventually, after working as an intern, I then applied for a teacher assistant position in the special education department at Patton. This experience allowed me to see firsthand how it feels to work full-time at a school and to see how hard teachers work and dedicate themselves to their students. It is a challenge working all day, and I have to say, graduates, these teachers really care about us. Teachers at Patton want their students to succeed, and they really understand the challenges their students face each and every day. I remember how creative Mr. G was in his class. It made me look forward to coming to school. Teachers like him motivated me to show up even when I had plenty of excuses not to. I truly can't stress enough how thankful I am to the teachers and staff at Patton who helped me graduate. Graduates, I finally want to say this. This is not the end of your educational journey. You have just opened up a door to endless opportunities, and there are so many other doors you can open. Ask yourself, where do I see myself 5, 10, 15 years from now? Well, let me tell you, every day you wake up is a blessing. Don't take that for granted. I am very serious. Educating yourself will lead you to your dream job. Do remember, though, you have to pursue your dreams. Therefore, be persistent, do your research, but most importantly, don't give up. When you literally fall down, do you just stay on the floor? Of course not. You wouldn't be here today if you did. You get up, shake off the dust, and keep walking to where you were heading. And yes, some falls are greater than others. I understand that. But you still have to get up. The same goes for your goals. If you face obstacles, face them and keep going. Graduates, there are endless opportunities out there. Go for the ones that are best for you. This country has it all. Go out there and seek your future. The more education you get, the higher the chances are of you having a better life. That dream house, dream car, and dream job can be yours. Thank you, and once again, congratulations, and God bless you all. Thank you. Allow me to introduce now my fellow graduate, Jose Mata, who will recite his poem, Graduation.
How's everybody doing? Well, I'm gonna be performing Graduation. I can't wait till I step on that stage. I will be the first to ever achieve such a dream. Nobody ever leaned on me. That paper is in my reach. Somebody pinched me on my cheek. I'm trying to hold in my emotions so I won't make this moment bleak. I give thanks to all the teachers that actually teach. I don't know anything about church, but I feel like I could preach. Failure was stuck on me like a leech. It tried to bring me down, but I turned that frown into a smile. As I walked down that aisle, I remember all the times I couldn't succeed. I thought it was impossible, but now I made it possible, and I created a new definition to logical. Now that I got my diploma, I'm walking out the door feeling unstoppable. Now, I will welcome my fellow graduate, Edith Narvis.
Our next speaker needs no introduction. She has served DISD Board of Trustees for 7 years. She is a tireless of education and a great support of Patton Academic Center. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Carla Ranger.
Thank you very much, Edith. Hello, everyone. Wow. It is, I cannot tell you how wonderful it is to be here and to see all of you. I think back 2 years ago when we had our first graduation, and the auditorium was about half full, I guess. And the students were excited, and we had the stage, a small portion of it with students. And then last year there were more, but this year, this auditorium is full, and look at this stage, 80 students. Isn't that wonderful? Graduates, 80 2013 graduates. Wow. I can tell you that Mr. John Leslie Patton would be just so thrilled today to see you, because you are the students. He loved students. He loved education. He was a brilliant man. But you are the students he made many plans for. So thank you for helping his dream to come true and for attending this school and sticking with it to graduate. Congratulations. This is one of my proudest moments as a Dallas ISD trustee, to participate in the graduations and to see our graduates and to be able to cheer and salute and congratulate you. It's one of my proudest moments, and I know it's also a proud moment for your parents, your family members, your loved ones, and friends who are here with us today. From the little young ones who are cheering, you know, even when you hear all of their see, there was one right then. They're cheering all the while. They are here to congratulate you because they've seen you grow. They've seen you blossom. They've seen you become the beautiful, beautiful adults, graduates that you are here today. So they are all very proud. And we have recognized them, but I know and you know that they've given you support, they've given you encouragement, they have made many sacrifices to help you, and I know that you would want to stand and give them an ovation for all they've done for you. So let's stand up now, Patton graduates, and say thank you. Thank you. I also thank the staff, teachers, the administration, and Principal Simmons. John Leslie Patton Jr. Academic Center is like a family, and you'll be able to tell that. You could hear that in the words of our graduates who spoke, our speakers. You could hear that in the words of the spoken word artists. You've been a family to them, and you've given them the boost they need to go on to pursue other dreams. And I thank you so much for how much you have cared for them, you've loved them, you've taught them, you've been tough with them. Thank you very much, teachers, staff, administrators, and Mr. Simmons. And I know the parents want to join in again to thank you again for all you've done for our students. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow, this is so exciting. And graduates, you will be receiving and probably have already gotten many cards and notes and lots of advice, tips on what to do next, right? and you'll be receiving more as you continue to celebrate. So I'm not going to add to that list. But I do want to place something right in the middle of all this celebration that I want you to remember. And you've already shown that you realize this, but I want you to keep it with you always. And that is a song. Now, this is my 4th graduation today. I started this morning at 9 o'clock, and I had another one at noon, and another one at 3. And you know what? It just gets better and better. And certainly, it's just the best tonight. And as I think about you and the message I want to give you in the next few minutes, I'd like for you to focus on a little song that was written back in 1920, almost 100 years ago, by a teacher, as a matter of fact. And it became a children's folk song. And in the 50s, 60s, early 70s, it was the anthem of one of the anthems of the Civil Rights Movement. And this song has, I believe, a very personal message for each of us, and especially for you, a profound message. The title of the song is This Little Light of Mine. Anybody heard that? Let me see if you've heard that song. And now, here's the real test, because some students have never heard that song. But have any of you heard that song, This Little Light of Mine? Let me see your hand if you have. All right. Well, a few of you have, but I want you to keep the words of the song in your mind. Because each of us was placed here on earth, I believe, to be a light. We each have a light in us, and we were placed here, each one of us, to be a light. All 82 of you placed here to be a light, and that light, those little lights coming together, they just illuminate everything, and they make the way and help us to all progress and to be successful. And the words of the song, This Little Light of Mine, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. See, they know it. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Now, the second verse is very important, because you're not going to be in just one spot with your light. What are you going to do? Everywhere you go, I'm going to let it shine. And Patton graduates, 2013 graduates, I want you to let your light shine, and I want you to let it shine everywhere you go. Not just in your home, not just on this stage, not just when you're at school, but everywhere you go, you've got to let your light shine. Everywhere I go, I'm going to let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm going to let it shine. Everywhere I go, and I think there's a reason they say it 3 times, because, that helps you to confirm it. I'm going to let it shine. I'm going to let it shine all the time. Let it shine. Now, I said we all have a light. We are all placed here to be that light. So how do you let your light shine? What does it mean to let your light shine? Well, students, you let your light shine when you do good work so that other people see it. Men and women throughout, they see your good deeds, your good work. You let your light shine when you're honest, when you walk with integrity. You let your light shine when you are a responsible citizen. You let your light shine when you give joy and love, and you show that you care about others just as your teachers and your relatives cared about you. You let your light shine when you focus on good people and good causes, and you serve your community. You let your light shine when you read so that you can develop your mind. Read something every day. Just take 20 minutes a day to read something, whatever it is. you will become a better reader, you will develop your mind, and you will be able to think for yourselves. And you let your light shine when you think for yourself, when you're able to analyze, when you think critically, when you can stand up and be a voice for that which is right, that which is good. You will let your little light shine. You let your light shine when even though you may be in a very dark place. Sometimes if you decide to go on to college, and you may not have tuition one semester, or you may not feel you can pass that test, or if you're going to the military, I don't know if I can make it through boot camp, or you may go to work and there's a problem there that you can't solve. You'll be in that dark place, but remember now you are a light, so you can let your light shine there. And even though you feel you can't make it, because your light is shining, there'll be someone out there that will see your light, and they will reach out a hand and help you and pull you on through. Let your light shine. When you let your light shine, you will look forward. You won't look back. You let your light shine by looking up, holding your head up, not looking down. You let your light shine by looking outward, not inward, selfishly. You let your light shine by setting goals, as you did when you came to John Leslie Patton Jr. Academic Center. You set goals and you work on them by doing one little act, taking one action, at least one every day, to accomplish that goal. That way your light, your little light, will shine. And you know what? When your light shines, it illuminates, and others see your light, and you can encourage them. Sometimes you don't even know who you're encouraging, but it's because your light shines. I saw her. She went to Patton. She graduated. I saw her. She had all those challenges and problems, and she graduated. I saw him. He did this, but he went to school. Your light shining will encourage someone else. That's how you can let your light shine. Now, I believe that these students, they're already shining lights. Matter of fact, I almost put on my sunglasses because I'm looking over here, and I see them. Aren't they sitting there beautifully and bright? And I tell you what, that's right. Oh, you are so proud. I can tell that. But let me tell you, I want them to confirm and affirm for themselves and for you that they will let their light shine, that little light that you have. And I want you to know it's not always easy to let your light shine. Don't think it's going to be easy. There will be some challenges. And you know why? Because there are people who want to take your light from you. Now, each of us has a light. We have a light in us. It depends on how brightly we let it shine and where, because wherever you are, you have the light, but where do you want that light to shine? And there are some places I don't want you to let your light shine. I want you to be in the right place. And don't let anybody take that light from you. You know, there are some people who will try to take that light switch and turn your light off. There are some who will try to unscrew your light bulb so that your light just flickers, you know, it's on and off when they want. They will try to control your light, but you are in control. You just graduated. You're a 2013 graduate from John Leslie Patton Jr. Academic Center, and you can control your own light. I'm looking at you. Look at those smiles. Look at that light that's coming here. So, and you see, they want your loved ones and friends, they want your light to shine too. So let's let them know. I want all of our 2013 graduates, all 82 of you, stand up. Now, you students, you graduates, you have a decision to make. You have a decision to make to let your light shine. And so I want you to say the words of this little very old song, and sometimes you'll have to repeat it. Matter of fact, it's good to repeat it every day wherever you are. This little light of man. I'm going to say it for you again, and you're real smart, so you're going to remember it. And then afterwards, I want you to say it, all right? And I don't know, the audience may help you to say it. They may sing it with you, but it's, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, we're not waiting for anybody else. I'm going to let it shine all the time. Let it shine. And then we're going to say, everywhere we go, everywhere I go, I'm going to let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm going to let it shine. Then you say that a third time, let it shine all the time. Let it shine. And as you say it, you're saying it to your friends and loved ones, and I want you to stand up with confidence because you know you've got a light, and you're going to just beam, and then you, although you are sitting in the darkness, watch it light up here, all right? Okay, on the count of 3, everybody know the words already? All right, 1, 2, 3. This little light of mine. Wait a minute, that sounds like a dim light. That's a dim light. Okay, now they want to hear you up at the top. You're not in the confines of the classroom now, so teachers and staff, you all are mad if they talk real loudly today, do you? You want them to do that. All right, so you're going to start with this little light of mine. Say it 3 times. I'm going to let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Ready? 1, 2, 3. This little light of mine. Oh, they want to say, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Now I want you to say, everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm going to let it shine, let it shine, let it shine all the time. Let's give them a hand for that. Thank you. Now, you may be seated. You may be seated. Now, audience, you were saying that along with them to give them some encouragement, but here's what I want you to do in your response to them. You heard them say that they're going to let their light shine, and some was saying it because they're not really accustomed to just saying it loudly. But they'll keep it. I hope that you will keep it in your hearts and let your light shine. And I want you to tell them on the count of 3, I want you to say to these graduates with all your heart, shine on, bright lights. Shine on. Shine on, bright lights. Shine on. Shine on, bright lights. Shine. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to count to 3, and we're all going to send this big spark up to them. Everybody ready? 1, 2, and then we're going to give them our best applause for all that they've accomplished. 3. Shine on, bright lights. Shine on. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Simmons will come and present their certification.
Your graduate has asked that you treat this exercise with the utmost respect. Every graduate deserves to hear a name called and announced. Please refrain from using any noisemakers, horns, bells, yells, or any other distractors that are not conducive to maintaining the dignity and grandeur of this event. We ask that you hold your applause and congratulatory yells until after all names are called so that the next name can be heard clearly. Your assistance will help provide the very best graduation for each student. Thank you in advance for your cooperation to ensure a dignified graduation ceremony.
Una vez más, les pedimos, su graduado ha pedido que trate este ejercicio con el mucho respeto. Cada graduado merece oír su nombre anunciado. Por favor, abstenerse de utilizar cualquiera de los elementos, matracas, bocinas, campanas o gritos, o cualquier otro distractores que no son propicias para el mantenimiento de la dignidad y la grandeza de este evento. Le pedimos que mantenga sus aplausos y gritos de felicitación hasta que después de todos los nombres han sido llamados, para que el nombre de la próxima llamada persona pueda ser escuchada claramente. Su cooperación ayudará a proporcionar la mejor de la graduación para cada estudiante. Gracias de antemano por su cooperación para asegurar una digna ceremonia de graduación.
As principal of the John Leslie Patton Jr. Academic Center High School, I hereby affirm that each candidate has met all the requirements for graduation as determined by the state of Texas and the Dallas Independent School District, and that they are qualified to receive their diplomas or otherwise qualified to participate in this graduation, consistent with the laws of the state of Texas and the Dallas Independent School District.
As Chief Operating Officer for Dallas Independent School District, I am pleased to award these diplomas certifying that they are graduates of Dallas Independent School District.
And I, Carla Ranger, Dallas ISD trustee, am pleased to award these diplomas certifying that these students are graduates of the Dallas Independent School District.
Amanda Aguirre. Patricia Alcacio. Dulce Alvarez. Brittany Andrade. Abdulia Avalos. Gabriel Baquet. Benny Yono Bartolo. Deshanae Bosby. Shatisha Beecham. Danelia Benitez. Samitra Rochelle Brown. Anthony James Bryant III. Miguel Carrillo. Danielle Castillo. Desiree Serta. Elijah Cortez. Adrian Cowart. Sabrina Ashley Cruz. Nairobi Frederick Davis. Jose Escobedo. Celso Gabriel Espinoza. Yasmin Fuentes. Cynthia Garcia. Rocio Margarita Garcia. Wendy Garcia. Denisha LaShawn Gilliam. Carla Godinez. Yanira Judith Gonzalez. Alexis Brianna Guerica. Darius Harper. Darren Harris. Eduardo Hernandez. Mario Yara. Sierra Johnson. Anna Jones. Sally Kita. Valencia Lomax. Gabriela Lopez. Sade LaShawn Lowe. Leticia Martinez. Magdalena Martinez. Jose Mata. Quay McAdams. Iris Estefany Mendez. Quincy Moody. Edith Narvaez. Tren Lauren Neal. Maritza Ortiz. Caleb Ramirez. Janitha Jasmine Reynolds. Robert Rice. Judith Vanessa Rivera. Alexis Robinson. David Rodriguez. Julio Cesar Romero. Jose Rosales. Amanda Marie Ross. Stephen Sinet. Jeremiah Cifuentes. Carrie Smith. Marcus Allen Jermaine Sneed. Veronica Tamez. DeAndre Taylor. Stephanie Tellez. Alejandro Vasquez. Jorge Luis Vasquez. Maria Isabel Villalobos. Christy Anita Wade.
Will the graduates of the 2012-2013 Patton Academic Center please stand? Please grab your tassel. Please move your tassel from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you the graduated class of 2013.
Please allow the graduates to exit. Please allow the graduates to exit.